Hello everyone, my name is Dino Septama, and on today's video I'm going to explain about inverted sentences in English. This topic is important because it often used in formal writing and is also used to give strong emphasis in a sentence. In this video, we will cover everything from the basic concept to how it is used in a clear systematic way. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, now let's start with the definition of inverted sentence. An inverted sentence is a sentence in which the normal order between a subject and the verb is reversed, usually for emphasis or stylistic purpose. So this means that an inverted sentence is a sentence where the normal order between subject and the verb is reversed. Now let's try to compare a normal sentence and an inversion sentence. In a normal sentence, we may see sentences like, she has finished her homework. Uh, this is the normal form of a sentence. It uses a subject and then a verb. While in a inversion form of a sentence, inverted form, it usually like, never has she finished her homework. So you can see there's a slight difference between these two sentences, like the adding of the word never at the beginning of the sentence and then followed by has here is as an auxiliary verb. So in the definition we say that inverted sentence is a sentence where the normal order between the subject and the verb is reversed, like so. The verb here that is been reversed is auxiliary verb. So like has, it's the auxiliary verb in this sentence. So that's why at the normal sentence, the has was placed after she as the subject, and at the inversion form, has is placed before she as the subject. So in an inverted sentence, the structure is is auxiliary, then subject plus verb. So auxiliary here is an auxiliary verb. Now let's get into the type of inversion. So there are four types of inverted sentences. One is negative adverbials, and then question form, conditional inversion, and place or direction inversion. Let's talk about negative adverbials first. This type is used when a sentence begins with a negative expression such as never, rarely, seldom, hardly, little, and not only. Why does this inversion happen? Because in English, when a sentence starts with a negative element, the structure must change to create stronger emphasis. For example, like in a normal sentence, we usually say like, I have never seen that movie. But when we want to say like it's a negative form, we have to make it to inversion, like by adding never. So from the normal sentence, I have never seen that movie, but we give some negative elements to it, like never. It becomes like, never have I seen that movie. So if you can see, the structure is negative plus auxiliary plus subject and then verb. Negative here is the negative elements like never, rarely, seldom, hardly, little, and not only. So in this sentence we use never. So never is placed as a negative uh, at the beginning of the sentence and then followed by an auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb here is have. So after never, we followed by have and then the subject I and then the verb. So for the sentence is, never have I seen that movie. More example about for this type of inverted sentence is, rarely does he come late and little did she know the truth. Next, we talk about the second form of inverted sentences. It's question form. Uh, This type is the most basic form of an inverted sentence. So let's get to the comparison. In a statement, we usually say like you are ready. But in a question, we say it like are you ready? So you here is the subject and are is the auxiliary verb. So when we wanted to make a inverted sentence of question form inverted sentence, we have to move are to the beginning of the sentence. So in a question form inverted sentence, it will say like are you ready? So for the structure is really simple, almost the same as the sentence inverted sentence before. It's auxiliary plus subject and then verb. Auxiliary here is are, subject here is you, and the verb is ready. Another example of question form inverted sentence is do you understand this and can she speak English? One key point, it's safe to say that every question in English is actually used as an inverted sentence. Or like every type of question or every question in English is an inverted sentence. Now let's move on to the third form of inverted sentence. It's conditional inversion. So this type is used to replace if in a conditional sentence. Let's get to the comparison. In a normal sentence, like it's like if I had known I would have come. Remember that if in that sentence. Now let's look at the inverted one. Had I known I would have come. You can see that in the inverted sentence, the word if is nowhere to be found or it's gone. This is because it is replaced by had in the beginning. Had here is the auxiliary verb moved to the in front of the sentence at the beginning of the sentence. So in this conditional inverted sentence, the if is removed and replaced by had at the beginning. So in the inverted sentence form, it is had I known I would have come. More example about this type of inverted sentence is where were I you? I will study harder. And should you need help, call me. So for the function of this so for the function of this inverted sentence form is it creates a more formal tone and it often used in academic writing. So this type is usually we found maybe like an article or maybe other academic writings, yeah, and anything like that. Now let's look at the last or final type of inverted sentence, which is place or direction inversion. This type is used when a sentence begins with a place or direction. In a normal sentence, we might find the bus comes here, while in an inverted sentence, it's used like here comes the bus. So for the structure is still almost the same as the other sentences. Structure is place, verb plus subject. So when there's a if in the text or sentence there is a place and you want to make it into an inverted sentence, you can move the place shown in the sentence to at the beginning of the sentence, and then you can follow it by auxiliary verb and then the subject. For another example, maybe it's on the hill stood a castle. So on the hill stood a castle. Another example is into the room walked the teacher. So this type of sentence is commonly used in a description or storytelling type of text. Now let's take a look at how to make an inverted sentence. These are some of steps that you have to do when you are making an inverted sentence. First, you have to identify the subject and the verb, and then you must find the auxiliary verb. After you find the auxiliary verb, if you don't find any auxiliary verb, you have to add either do, does, or did. So if you don't, in the sentence you don't find any auxiliary verb, uh, you have to add either do, does, or did. And then after you find the auxiliary verb, or you don't find the auxiliary verb and add do, does, or did, you have to move the auxiliary before the subject. So auxiliary first and then the subject. And then the last, you have to change the main verb to its base form if necessary. Now let's talk at why is inverted sentence is used. So there are three main reasons why inverted sentences are used. One is emphasis, to highlight an important part of the sentence. Two, formal tone, to commonly use in essay and academic. So to make the sentence feel more formal than the normal sentence. Third is commonly used in essays and academic writing. Like I said before, inverted sentence maybe we can usually find in academic writing, like an article, essays, or anything else that have academic writing. Now, this is an important notes. Not all inversion or inverted sentence form are suitable for everyday conversation. If used too much, they may sound unnatural. So like maybe we are chit-chatting or like having conversation with your friend, and you spoke using inverted sentence word. So that will be like it's unnatural. So it's not suitable for everyday conversation. And now we are going to do some quizzes or practice. So I have 5 questions. You guys can post the video if you want to, if you guys need time to answer the question. After you answer it, I will give the correct answer at the end of the question. Okay, so let's get into the first question. The first question is, choose the correct sentence. There are option A to D. I give you guys some time. You can post the video or not. Okay, I assume that you guys are done with your answer. Okay, let's continue to the next question. Change the sentence into inversion. She rarely goes out. Okay, you guys are done. Let's get into the third question. Choose the correct conditional inversion. Okay, you guys are done. Okay, let's continue to the fourth question. Choose the correct sentence for place inversion. Okay, now let's move on to the last question. Change the sentence into inversion. If I had known about it, I would have come. Okay, I assume you guys are done with the question. So I think that's all about for the video. But before I end it, I will kind of give some conclusion about this matter. So in conclusion, inverted sentences are used to change the structure of a sentence in order to give emphasis, create a more formal tone, and improve stylistic variation. Okay, I think that's all. And I hope this video gives benefits to all. And thank you guys for watching and listening. Lastly, thank you. Goodbye.